This month's episode is sponsored by
TerribleOrigami.com.
They put the OMG
in origami. Home of the $1 Million Frog.
Totes Recall.
Welcome to Totes Recall, the podcast where we talk about a movie we barely remember, watch that movie, and eat salad and a dough sauce and cheese-based food. And then talk about the movie again. My name is Dan.
I'm Molly.
I am also Dan.
I'm Beth.
And our movie this episode is Freaky Friday.
Oh, okay.
Dan did not remember what movie we were watching.
I had an inkling, but I didn't want to spoil myself.
Take an interest, Dan.
I thought it'd be funny if I couldn't even recall what we were trying to recall for humor and premise.
Past retroactive bet. What did you think we were watching today?
Freaky Friday.
Oh, okay, so you're right.
Yeah, a voice in my head must have... that was my thought, was the Freaky Friday. And by Freaky Friday, in my head, we were watching the slightly more contemporary La Lohan version of Freaky Friday,
yes,
correct?
That's what we're doing, right?
Okay.
Yes.
I hope so, because that's the DVD that I
Yeah,
got.
okay, good.
And that's the one we've all seen.
Yes.
Yes.
Why have we all seen this movie? It's not a movie from any of our childhoods,
Nope.
right?
No? Well,
I feel like...
it's like the tail end.
I feel like you're
was
a little old for this movie.
Hold on. How are we too old for magic?
We're never too old for magic.
No.
But this movie is like 2007? That's my guess.
No,
it's earlier.
Earlier?
Older than that.
Let's see.
Write that down, though, because you already said
Yeah, I
it.
already said it. But I wanted to do the thing where we all say the year at the same time, but I've already ruined that. So,
Well, the three of us could do it.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
2004.
1998.
Oh,
Wow. Got two 2004s and one 1998. That probably Lindsay Lohan wasn't even born then. So
Well, no, she'd have to be born by then. She plays a young adult in this movie.
Yeah.
okay.
I saw this movie with my sister, who is significantly younger than me. That's why I saw this movie. She's 13 years my
Were you a
junior.
good bro and you were taking her to see this movie?
It was kind of a family outing,
Oh,
my
okay.
mom and my other brother, or my only brother. I always said other. My other sibling, who was
Right.
my brother. So that's why 2007 is way too late. But that's way too late now that I think about it. I was trying to aim for I'm in college, but that's not a year I was in college. 2004 sounds pretty good now. Anyway.
Did you see it in the theater?
I saw it in the theater, yeah. It was fine. I don't remember a ton about it. Did you guys see it in the theater?
No.
No, I'm pretty sure I saw it on the Disney Channel while staying at a hotel.
Oh, okay.
Because I didn't normally have access to cable all through my life. But I was always sort of had in the back of my mind that it was supposed to be a good movie. What I remember is being delighted. I thought it was fantastic. I thought Lindsay Lohan was a terrific actress. What, Dan? What? What?
Oh.
What?
Where is the hotel?
I think it was in California.
Okay. So maybe you were just
I was already
so
on vacation.
enchanted by...
You guys, it's a Disney movie.
It is a Disney
I have
movie.
started to accept that that just goes ahead and they make you happy. I don't know how they do it, but they do.
Through movie magic.
I think through movie magic. Or fairy magic, because Tinkerbell shows up at the beginning.
Sure. But she's a filmmaker.
Is she?
Yeah.
Tinkerbell?
Tinkerbell.
Director,
Really?
famous director,
Yeah,
Tinkerbell?
famous director Tinkerbell.
Okay.
Oh.
Excellent. That's a Jaquette's Bets.
It's
Directed
magic?
by
Tinkerbell?
yes.
Seems like a long shot. Beth, did you see this in the theater?
No.
Opening weekend, dressed up?
As...
Oh, you guys, I don't know when I saw this movie. I feel like I saw it with my cousin. maybe we did see it in theaters. No, that can't be. Okay, I either saw it with my cousin or my friend, and we either saw it in a theater or on a like rented DVD.
Okay. So it was on purpose.
Is your
Yeah.
cousin or your friend identical in appearance to you?
No.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Why?
Oh, Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
No.
But they're not the same.
yeah,
they
what-
swap bodies.
Yeah, you're thinking of the other one.
Oh no! Oh, I may not have seen this.
Oh my
Oh
god.
wait! Which one
Are you
is
thinking
this?
of Parent Trap?
Yes!
Fantastic.
Ah!
Also with La Lohan.
Oh, I love that movie. We're not watching that.
No!
Oh.
Have you not seen this movie?
Ugh. Who's in it?
Jamie Lee
Lohan-
Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis is the mom.
Yes.
Lindsay Lohan is the daughter.
They
Okay.
have a
Have a
Freaky
Freaky
Friday.
Friday.
Oh, I have seen this.
But have you
Not
seen...
magical, but good.
Okay. What hotel did you see this one at?
Who can say?
I believe this is still a Disney movie, though.
Yeah, I think it is too.
And it's a remake of an older film
Yes.
that I don't know anything about.
Correct.
I have no idea when the original was made. Like, it could be 50s, could be 80s.
I'm going to say 1963.
60.
Just going out on a limb.
The last year of innocence
Yeah,
Is that
I'm going to
true?
say...
of America,
Why 1963?
because of the assassination of JFK.
Oh, right.
Oh, we were just talking about him before the podcast
Yeah,
started.
how he was
How he's hot.
one of the more bangable presidents.
Yeah.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Ladies
You guys were
love
talking about
JFK.
LLJFK.
A little sidebar. I was setting up the podcast while this was happening, so
Yeah.
it was just Dan and Dan talking.
Yeah.
talking
Talking
about-
about bangable presidents.
Okay, cool.
And we were trying to think of dirty pun names for
Yeah.
presidents.
Molly's writing something down. I think she's writing down, note, quit podcast.
Because I don't believe that, hey, we didn't actually think of any good dirty
No.
pun names.
None.
So don't worry, you're not missing out on
Nope.
anything.
What about like John F. Kennedy?
Oh, see, that's pretty good.
Oh, see?
You didn't do anything.
The F means something else.
You can say it. We're
I'm
adults.
not gonna say it out loud.
That ruins the joke. It's too on the nose.
Forget it.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to say the remake was like 89. It's Riding the Wave of Big, which is the original body switching, but not a body switch.
Well, it's not more original than the original.
You think this? You think it's an old movie?
Freaky Friday.
I feel like it-
Original Freaky
76.
Friday.
I feel like
76.
it's been made
Yeah.
multiple times.
This is multiple.
I
Freaky
feel like
Friday
this isn't
remakes?
even the first remake.
Is this the Patient Zero of body switching movies?
Originally?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just had a realization. I believe I watched this at my friend's house. I think we watched it because Lindsay Lohan's love interest was an actor that she had a huge crush on. And I cannot remember his name. I want to say Chad.
The actor or the character?
The actor. He was on like One Tree
Chad
Hill or
Michael
something.
Murray.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it?
Is that what you're saying? Is that what?
That has to be it, right?
All right,
Did
sure.
he have kind of like spiky blonde hair?
Yeah, and he squints a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Boom. Cinnamon. Write that down.
Boom Cinnamon?
No, it's
Chad, Chazzy Chad?
Chad Michael Murray, a.k.a. CMM, a.k.a. Cinnamon.
Oh, I get I
Teen
get what happened.
Heartthrob.
Wow.
Not really. He's not.
I imagine him as like a poor man's Zach somebody.
Galifianakis?
Nope.
Efron?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah.
I know
Sure.
all the teen heartthrobs.
Yeah, you know.
But they're like apart. They're like years apart, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Zac Efron was in
Later?
High School Musical, right?
Right.
And
Oh,
was-
that might have been way older than I think it is.
Yeah,
High
maybe.
School Musical is old movie.
Do you think High School Musical came out before, after, or the same year as this movie?
After.
I would say after.
There you go.
Except for the original High School Musical, which came out in 1957.
Welcome to the high school. That's
Oh, we're
20s.
going down to the classroom for the sock hop, giving it something. No?
My father also died in World War II.
My mother has a drinking problem. I saw this movie in a basement of someone. I was.
Were you being held hostage?
No, I was going to a friend of mine was at. I feel like this was during college, and it was like everyone's home time, like a break. And
everyone's home time.
yeah.
That's what that's called.
Okay, good. That's not just what my family called it. And my friend was like, the girl he was dating, like they were all getting together or something, and I feel like he called us, like some of his friends, including me. It was just like, come to this house so it's not just me and like a dozen of her friends and her, because it's just weird.
Some wingmen.
Yeah. Kinda. Or just like, even just like any men, I think is kind of what he was going for.
Some bro backup.
Basically, I think it was so he had someone to talk to when they all like, you know, had their remember when this thing happened in our childhood moments. Anyway, what? You look confused.
No, I'm just trying to think like how like this movie. Lindsay Lohan's character is like a high school kid,
Presumably.
Yeah. She's in high school,
right?
Sure.
So this movie is probably meant for people in like junior high school.
Yeah.
Which is what I think I was when this movie came out.
You think you were in junior high school?
I
when
think
this
I was
movie
either
came
in 8th grade or in 9th grade, so within childhood.
out? All right.
I should say that we weren't like the movie. It wasn't like the primary activity was we're watching Freaky Friday. It was literally like someone is watching Freaky Friday. Someone put this movie on because Lindsay Lohan had charmed America at that point.
Sure.
And I don't know. So it was just on. So like I have seen this movie. I have not like actively processed this movie.
Right.
Like I saw it was prominent enough where I feel like I could say that I've seen this movie, but there was a bunch of other stuff going on during the entire running time of this film.
Yeah. Let's talk about this film. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is the freaky event that
They
happens?
switch bodies.
Yes.
Right, but how? Is it a wizard?
No.
Do they pee in the same fountain? 'Cause that's the premise
fountain-
for a body switching
I
movie.
believe a fountain is
Really?
no fortune cookie.
Oh.
Is it a fortune cookie? Is this
Okay.
like make a wish? I wish I do both. Okay.
There's a fight.
They,
Ah.
yeah. They're
Mother-daughter
mother-daughter.
Mm-hmm.
They get in an argument. I'm pretty sure Jamie Lee Curtis has a new man in her life.
Oh. I believe
And-
that.
Lilo is not happy about it. Is that her nickname, Lilo?
She has like a bunch.
Okay, cool.
I call her La Lohan because it's hilarious, but
Lohan.
And
Lilo is also
Then
acceptable.
I think they go to some event for the new man in Jamie Lee Curtis's life, and then they get in a huge fight at that event, and then they get a fortune cookie or something, and then lightning strikes.
Oh.
two things, huh?
Body switch.
Body switch.
Dan's bet. There is a offensive Asian man responsible for this mystical fortune cookie.
I double Beth on that.
We double down on that? I think this is new enough and Disney's careful enough that I'm not going to double down on that.
Okay.
I hope it happens. I hope it will. And they wake up switched.
I think so.
Yeah.
That's like the way to do this.
Because there is a moment in the bathroom mirror,
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
for sure.
Guys, I am just going to keep comparing this movie to Big, and it's not going to live up to it. I think Big has spoiled me for all children becoming adult movies.
Right.
Even though that's only half of this movie.
Right.
I'm going to keep comparing it to Parent Trap and possibly 13 going on 30. But I'll do my best.
13 going on 30, though, was just like not even switching bodies, right? It was just like, you're in a new body, right?
Yeah.
Jennifer Garner dances a lot, and I think Benjamin Bratt is the lead
It's like
man.
the Big with a lady.
Lady
Isn't that
Big.
what it is? It's like Lady Big?
Oh.
She wakes up in the future, I think.
Oh, so she's still her, but the future? She's future her?
Like her
Yeah.
13 brain goes into her 30 brain?
Yeah, because
Or something?
Benjamin Bratt is like the neighbor kid that was like kind of chubby and like, but like really.
But has
had a
she
crush
lived
on
her
her.
whole... Has she lived the past 17 years and doesn't remember it?
I don't know. This is a different movie.
This
though.
is a different movie.
Okay.
Okay, so mother-daughter, they just don't understand each other,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Obviously,
Well,
that's
each
definitely.
of them thinks the other has it made.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Oh.
Ah, you don't know how good you've got it.
Right.
Exactly.
If
you don't
you
know how
could-
hard it is to be an adult.
Right.
This is if you could walk a mile in my shoes.
Yeah.
If only there was some way that could happen.
Yes, and then then appears a stereotypical Asian
Be
man.
careful what you wish
Yes,
for,
with-
but in an offensive accent.
Yes, exactly, and maybe some like weird, like mystical
He, like,
mumbo jumbo.
bangs a gong and
Right.
a dragon flies out of a teapot. That's my bet.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
All right.
The basically the only thing I remember about this movie is that Lee Lohan, when she's still, I think, the younger person, like in her original body, is having a conversation where she's, I think, right before she switches, she finds this new man, Cinnamon, right, and like connects with him, and then is like gonna date him.
I totally hope you're gonna say what I am thinking about this movie.
Okay. But they talk about bands.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
And they have a whole conversation where it feels like they should be naming really indie bands, but they really talk about the White Stripes
Yep.
and maybe the Strokes.
The Strokes.
As
and
well.
they don't like the White Stripes. They're like, yeah, it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's dumb they don't have a bass player, I think is the argument in there. That's the thing that stuck out for me. I was like, because whenever I watched this movie, I was into music.
Yeah.
And I liked those two bands.
Yeah.
But they were also like the biggest bands of indie rock at that time.
Yes.
Right? They were huge
my
bands
God.
for that subset, but
Yes.
the conversation was like, oh, I like the Strokes. I don't know if you've heard of them or not.
Right.
It's like, everybody's fucking heard of them.
Yeah, I love that you brought that up because that is also like the only thing I can remember from this movie, and I was so mad at it. I was like, the scene doesn't make any sense. These kids are dumb.
Yeah, and these kids would like those bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have an image in my head of Jamie Lee Curtis with a guitar playing, but I don't know if it's just she would be in Lindsay Lohan's body in that situation. It would basically be Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.
And my mind has magically inserted Jamie Lee Curtis because I so fully bought into the premise of the movie, and I'm only a little embarrassed about that. Or if that's not like the cool mom piece at the end.
I only remember the cover art to this movie. And in the cover art to this movie,
Is there a lightning
La
bolt?
Lohan is wearing a smart business lady suit
Yep.
and looking very stressed. And Jamie Lee Curtis is looking like, someone who Hollywood has decided is dressing like a
punk
punk,
rock.
cool.
Oh, wait a minute.
She's dressed inoffensively punk, but also like, look how hard I'm trying to be punk. And she might be holding a guitar.
Wait. So in this movie,
Yes.
do they look to us the way they actually are? Or do they look to us the way the people around them think they are?
We see them, like, it switches, the characters switch, so they're, like, Jamie Lee Curtis is kind of uptight at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And then
no.
she turns into, like, then she's the teenage daughter on the inside.
Yes.
So,
This
but
is
she
a
still is
face-off
Jamie Lee
situation.
Curtis.
This is a face-off situation.
Yeah. You still...
So,
Oh.
so Jamie Lee Curtis, the actor, is portraying Lindsay Lohan
Yeah, no, Molly's question, if I can jump into
Yes.
mansplain,
to me.
to you.
Yeah.
Jamie Lee Curtis's soul is trapped in Lindsay Lohan's body.
Right.
So everybody sees Lindsay Lohan
Right.
in the world. But do we, as the audience, also see Lindsay Lohan?
No.
Or do we see Jamie Lee Curtis, but then when Jamie Lee Curtis looks in the mirror, then it's like Lindsay Lohan reflection?
Oh.
You get the difference?
Yeah.
Right?
Sadly, that is absolutely accurate.
We see them as the world sees them.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
So
So
that's the joke.
Lilo has to act.
Okay.
like
Because that's
Yeah.
the whole joke of the cover art is La Lohan is wearing a smart business suit.
Well, no, I understand that could be the joke of the cover art, or it could be the content of the movie.
But
it's whose perspective do we have?
Yeah.
Do we have the omniscient perspective of an audience that knows who they actually are? It doesn't matter. We're overworking
The
this.
cover art is the way that Molly is describing, right?
Yeah. That is the
No.
question I was posing.
Because Lindsay Lohan's dressed in a suit.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
She doesn't ever dress in a suit.
Right.
Yes, you're right.
Her soul
The cover
creature.
art is the soul.
Right. But the actual movie is not that way at all.
No.
Fascinating. So what I will be very interested to know
Dan's
is why
still- Yeah.
that's okay. Why I have an image of Jamie Lee Curtis with a guitar in my head.
I think I know the answer to that.
Okay.
Because I believe that, maybe that's what the event for the significant other is that night. Because there's like the night that they switch back, the mom has, okay, hold on.
It all comes to a head.
Has to.
Lilo is in a band.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's the 3-chick band, right? Mm-hmm. And then they
Oh!
have a concert that night, and Jamie Lee
Battle of
Curtis
the
is
Bands?
like, you
Do they
can't
Battle
go
of
to
the
the
Bands?
Battle of the Bands kind
Yes.
of situation.
I'm better.
And then ends
so
up
Lindsay
she has to
Lohan-
go to the concert, and
Yeah.
then I think that's the point where their bodies switch back, because the
Or-
mom is like in Lindsay Lohan's body, like doesn't know how to play, and the daughter's like yelling from the audience, like, just play, you can do it.
Yeah.
I remember this.
So then does Jamie Lee Curtis's body come on the stage and start rocking? Is that how this works?
That's gotta happen, right?
That's what I'm picturing. So that's what I would think would happen
I think
then, right?
so. Yeah, I think she jumps on stage to save her mom at that point. And then everyone's like, your mom rocks.
And she's like, I developed empathy. Now we can go back.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then they eat another fortune cookie, presumably.
I wonder, do they have the false ending? Because it seems like in a lot of these switches, people go back to the thing, they try peeing in the fountain again or whatever, and it doesn't work. And it doesn't work because they haven't truly learned their lesson or whatever.
Right.
Molly's bet something like that happens.
Yeah, they try to recreate the circumstances,
but without the
fail
heart. Yeah.
because they haven't learned their
Yes,
lesson.
they go to offensive number of syllables Chinese restaurant, and they find that it's an abandoned building that never existed.
It never was a restaurant. It was all a dream.
The restaurant was never plugged in.
Yeah.
That's a big reference.
It's a big reference. If I remember right, this is kind of building off the cover. The design about punk rock teens is sort of like offensively vanilla and smooth and like not.
Yes.
It's like pop punk, but like 90% pop.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Cinnamon is wearing a leather jacket and his hair is spiked.
And he probably is wearing a Ramones t-shirt.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to put that down.
Yeah.
I think that's a good one. I don't remember that, but he should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or probably not, because that's not cool.
Ooh, there's Dan's bet. There's going to be a point where once they've Freaky Friday'd, they both complain about the other's wardrobe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I will double bet.
Yeah. Ladies love complaining about wardrobes.
LL.
CW.
Yeah. Nope.
Cool.
CAW.
Ladies Love CW, the channel that Chad,
Cinnamon,
Michael Murray was on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that may not be true.
No,
I
that's
might
correct.
check that.
I think that's a good bet.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's CW, right? Yep.
It's all coming together.
It is.
Guys.
I would like to predict that for sure this is going to pass the Bechdel test, and if it doesn't, I'm giving up.
Oh, yeah. That'd be
great.
Terrifying.
Yep.
This is a movie with two female protagonists.
Yeah.
Who have a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should the whole movie should be them talking through their issues.
Right.
Yeah.
But they can't.
What if Jamie Lee Curtis is only ever called Mom?
Oh, shit.
No.
That
'cause
can't
they'll
be a
no.
thing.
No.
Do you think there will be any foreshadowing into Jamie Lee Curtis's role as the Activia lady? Yes, thank you, Beth.
As the what?
Activia lady.
Oh.
The yogurt to stop you when you are irregular.
I think at one point she's going to complain about a stomach ache.
Yeah.
And then we'll be like, oh, we know.
Yeah.
We know why she's got a stomach ache.
Those commercials, I love those commercials so much. My favorite one are the two women out by the pool, and they're sunbathing. And then the one's like, hey, come for a swim. And the other goes, no, I'm feeling a little irregular. Like she's going to shit in the pool. Like she has no control. And then she's like, well, have this Activia. Like that's the cure for not being able to control your bowels so much that you're probably going to shit in the pool.
Right.
Is yogurt.
Poolside yogurt is a thing.
Maybe she's just worried that she will comically pass gas and bubbles will appear. in the pool.
Maybe she just has a stomach ache.
And she just doesn't
Maybe
want to
she's
go
just
swimming.
a little like
Or
stuck.
once you get in the pool and your swimsuit is wet and then you have to dry off and go into the pool house, it takes a while.
I think it's ridiculous. Stop trying to defend Activia commercials.
Point is, yogurt cures everything.
Yeah, the point is yogurt cures everything.
Well, like butt stuff.
Yogurt cures butt
Yogurt
stuff.
cures butt stuff.
You're welcome, Activia. Your new catchphrase.
Absolutely.
Slogan.
So I think I have to bet against this, but does anybody else hope that there's going to be an animated opening to this movie?
Oh,
I hope,
Yes.
certainly.
Ooh.
I'm going to say yes. It's a Disney movie.
This could be the resurgence.
Yeah, this could be like an
Of
attempt
anime.
at bringing it back.
I can only hope.
I'm hopeful, but cautiously optimistic.
Yeah. Ooh, Dan's bet. One of the Freaky Friday ladies will find themselves in what they consider to be a compromising scenario around human sexuality and relationships, because they are either uncomfortable with an adult man trying to have an adult relationship, or in the other direction, horrified that this sort of gentleman would be trying to get into her daughter's drawers.
That 100%.
Yeah, that has to happen. I'm trying to, like, those... If Beth is right that there's a new man in Jamie Lee Curtis's life.
I think it's the guy from NCIS. What's that actor's name? Anyone know?
LL Cool J?
We wish.
Or is that a different one?
No, I think he's the guy who plays Gibbs.
What?
Are you just saying that because that's your last name?
Yeah. That's the only reason why I would know that this guy's name was Gibbs, because I've never seen NCIS. Just ads for it. Like, if you can picture, like, an NCIS ad.
They all look
I
the
don't
same.
think I've ever seen
They
that
all
show.
look the same.
I'm
Okay.
imagining
Well,
Pierce
that's a
Brosnan,
bet.
but I think I'm thinking of Mrs. Doubtfire.
You are
Yes.
thinking of Mrs.
100%.
You are 100% thinking of Mrs. Doubtfire.
But I bet he looks like that guy, right?
Sure.
Like suave with black hair.
Like a
think
poor
he's got
man's
gray hair.
Brosnan?
Yeah, poor man's Brosnan.
I think he's got gray hair.
So
it's like, ew, old man.
ew, old man. But yeah, this is a Disney movie.
Right.
I don't think anybody's gonna bang. I think for our Did They Bang segment, the answer is gonna be no. But there's gonna be some like awkward something.
For sure. It's about teens.
I think that the new man in Jamie Lee Curtis's life is going to try to kiss Lindsay Lohan in Jamie Lee Curtis's body.
Right.
So you think the most we're gonna see is an attempt at first base?
Yes.
I believe that at the end, at the resolution, there will be a kiss between the teenagers. Because
Yes.
that's how you know they're in love.
Yep.
Right.
Sure.
And that they'll be together forever.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's in front of a motorcycle.
Oh.
Ooh, if it is, okay, well, that would affect my star rating.
No.
Does that increase it?
It would absolutely increase my star rating.
Because
If there was a kiss in front of a motorcycle,
Back in
yes.
2004, you wished you were being kissed in front of
I
motorcycles.
am going to be watching this with my adult brain and also with my 13-year-old.
Right. You-
Actually, maybe even 11-year-old
Back
self.
in the day when you were looking wistfully out a hotel window, waiting for a man on a motorcycle to sweep you off your feet.
I'm in California. Why aren't there more motorcycle men?
Just to be clear, I mean, this is a fantasy that appeals to so on the nose
Yeah.
to that version of myself. As is, I'm going to be bold and predict I will give it 4 stars.
Ooh.
4 motorcycles.
Thank you.
Motorcycle
If there's no
kisses.
motorcycle, kiss 3. 3,
Oh, okay.
no motorcycles. That's my prediction.
The contingent 4.
Yeah.
All right. My turn?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to say I will probably... I'm going to be bold
Oh.
and say that I will give it a contingent free 4 motorcycles because I'm going to be very optimistic and hope it is like the right blend of dumb that I just sort of enjoy it on without, regardless of like any merits it may lack. You know what I mean? Like I'm hoping it's like just dumb enough where I can enjoy the terrible dialogue, the probably incredibly dated references that they made Jamie Lee Curtis say out loud to be like, LOL, Jamie Lee Curtis is speaking like a teen. Yeah.
I feel like you're talking yourself out of the rating. But just to be clear, did you say 3?
4.
4.
But
Wow.
now that you mention it, 2.
What are your actually?
2?
I put you down for 4 or 2.
Okay.
I'm going to give it... I'm going to say 3. Yeah, I'm going to say 3. I'm probably going to be like, that was a movie that I saw. I didn't hate it or love it.
Ooh, guys, I think I'm not going to like this movie. I think I'm going to be a real grump about it.
Good.
I'm going to say 2. I think there'll be some parts that'll be entertaining, but mostly I'll be like, that'll be me doing this. These teens. I'm not going to be charmed like
Yeah.
I am with. I'm going to think about how great of a movie Big is.
Yeah.
And how it handles the same themes, but this movie does not hit them.
Right.
But then I'll feel bad about it because this is a movie with women. And
Right.
do I hate it more? Do I not like it because they're female characters?
Yes. Yeah.
And I'm a raging misogynist?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can't connect with them?
Dan's bet.
Yeah. Just bet I'll feel terrible about myself for not liking it. But I would absolutely see a Lady Big, but I feel like this is not that movie. Maybe 13 going on
Should we
30
try
next.
13 going on 30 next
Yeah.
and see how you feel?
Right. Has anybody seen that movie?
I
Yeah.
have. I really recommend Parent Trap, though.
Okay.
That's a completely different
good.
premise.
It's really good.
All right.
And
Also a
with
remake.
that, we will now press pause, go watch the movie, and we'll be right back. We've just watched 97 minutes of Freaky Friday, which is not the Parent Trap.
I've never seen Molly more angry than
Oh.
watching her watch this movie.
Can I say from the start of this half of the show that my experience watching this movie, I already feel like I didn't watch the movie and don't remember it because I spent all of my energy just watching Molly watch the movie. Because this was one of the most entertaining watch movie with Molly chases I've ever had.
Yeah, I was pretty preoccupied with hating the movie in my own right. But it was sort of like 97 minutes of what if this was a movie about putting Norman the calf in danger? Like almost that level of rage.
Yeah, like the way Molly was reacting, it might as well have been like they introduced. I think if the movie, the movie could have started with Jamie Lee Curtis assisting the birth of a calf,
Yeah.
right, and then just abusing it in her suburban home for an hour and a half, and we would have gotten a similar reaction out of Molly.
Like, just with, like, teenage angst.
Yeah.
Just beating it to death with teenage angst.
Yeah, or just, like, like hanging it by its legs.
And like putting T-shirts on it with bands on them.
That it doesn't like, because it hates the white stripes. Get a bassist,
Yeah, you guys.
Guys.
Everything was wrong with this movie.
I loved it.
Everything.
Yeah, this is I think this is my least favorite movie that we've ever watched together. I was really... I don't even know if... I was not even charmed by how much I hated it.
Yeah.
You checked out within minute 5, I think. Like, I think within minute 5, you're just like, oh, fuck this movie.
Because this movie was... it could have just been called #Am I Right?
Yes.
Like, every character was just like a hammer in my face, slapping my face with hammers of the stereotypes of what their characters are.
Yeah.
Like every character.
Yeah.
Moms, am I right? They don't understand. Teenagers, am I right? They don't understand either.
Yep.
Old people, am I right? They can't hear. Little brothers, am I right? Always torturing us. Chinese people, am I right? Always casting magic and not being able to speak English that well and playing gongs.
Right.
It was just like, I get it. I get that you know how stereotypes work, and now you've shown them to us so strongly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you commented at one point, or towards the end of the movie, that we thought that it had been written by robots. Because all of the dialogue, how many times, can we get a count on how many times they said, "You're ruining my life"?
Lilo said, you're ruining my life 3 times, legitimately. And then Lilo, as her mother inside her body, said, "You're ruining my life," sarcastically 1 time. Because that was maybe like them throwing a bone at the audience, being like, right? Like, she says it.
Call back. But those 3 were like within 20 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Like, that was like her line.
Like, they just hit it so hard of like, this mom is so busy.
Yep.
And
she had, 24 devices in her face?
There's, I don't even know if I'd call the opening a montage. It sort of is. I guess it is, but it didn't, I don't know. It was
kind of like a slow montage.
It's like a shitty montage.
I think it was.
We were hoping for at least can I just let's just start at the very beginning. Okay, first of all, there was a DVD slate that said pure digital magic.
Yes.
That was a lot.
Tinkerbell
that's
Lights.
just for starts. Then the opening music, you start to think, oh, maybe it will be an animated opening, but it's not. It's Marie Cassatt paintings that merge into photos, and every single song was a classic song that was remade in some sort of cover that was a little bit more modern, slightly more punk, but not actually punk.
Yeah, even the soundtrack was just hammer slapping my face.
Yeah.
With the theme of this movie of like, oh, the 2 worlds.
Yeah.
The old world, like the original song, and the punk rock new world.
Okay, the mom drove a tan Volvo. I just want to leave that with you for a second.
Oh, moms don't understand what cool cars are like.
Right.
But kids don't understand about safety.
Or whatever.
Or whatever Volvos do. Safety. They do that.
I guess.
I'm right.
Do they?
Yeah, Swedish Tank is the nickname.
Oh, cool.
I feel like the irony for this movie was I was so irritated with Lindsay Lohan's character, whether it was in the body of Lindsay Lohan or if she was in the body of Jamie Lee Curtis. Either way, she made me so crazy that I turned into her. I started like that sound that was reasonably constant.
Yeah. At one point, I don't remember what particular event finally broke you, but at one point you had to stop yourself from throwing your notebook at the TV.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were for a second.
I did
Gonna
too.
just throw everything.
Yeah, you were right at the very edge of comedic throwing.
Yes.
Almost into real throwing.
Yeah, it
I
was-
thought you were going to lose something.
Me too. I actually thought you were going to lose.
It was never comedic throwing. Yeah, it just, and I wish, like, I love Lindsay Lohan. She just, after she was in Parent Trap, I was done. I think she's great. I don't care what happens or if people worry about her getting in trouble. I think she's a great actress, and I loved her in Mean Girls. I don't think it's her fault. But this movie was just truly one of the worst viewing experiences I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, it was a bad script.
I mean, yeah, the writing was terrible.
There was one line, Mr. Dude, you rock.
Yeah, that was Lila's friend, rocking band friend.
And she was great.
Well, she got some, I mean, again, the material was not helping her.
No.
Yeah, all the teen dialogue.
Ugh.
That's when I was like, who wrote this? Robots. 'Cause all the teens sound like chatbots.
Yeah, they did.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, that's so cool. Isn't it cool to be a teen? You rock. All right, dude. Let's rock.
Yeah.
Like, teens have never talked that way.
Right.
And they definitely weren't talking that way in 2003,
Right.
which is the year
Yes.
the movie came out. Dan and Beth, very close with 2004.
Nice.
Molly on the head.
Molly and me, quite far off, with 98 and 2007.
Hey, have you heard about adults? They just don't get my musical style.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised about like how much of the movie I did remember after watching it again because it was so bad. Like, why did I remember any of it? Mm-hmm. Maybe it's because it's so like, oh yeah, of course that's what happens. Like, duh, they go to a Chinese restaurant and there's a like really racist stereotype.
Not
And
the
then-
one we were hoping for.
Yeah, the Chinese women instead of men.
Yes.
Because
the
this
theme
is
of the movie is mothers and daughters
Yeah.
having different perspectives on how to approach life,
Exactly.
including Chinese magic, apparently.
So there's a mother and daughter Chinese ladies who run this restaurant. The daughter literally asks who's catering Jamie Lee Curtis's wedding, because that's the sort of big event in her life, is that she's about to get remarried. But the Chinese lady says, "Oh, Chinese food, good luck."
Yeah.
Like full on bad grammar.
That exact sentence.
Yeah, Chinese food, good luck.
A robot wrote this movie.
Yeah, how to Chinese.
Yeah.
And then they came out with Chinese food, good luck.
Right.
And then they break open fortune cookies that I didn't even read. Like, I was already mad at the movie, and we were trying to predict what other good things were going to happen. There were a lot of gongs.
Yeah.
No tea dragons.
No.
But that was a stretch.
No.
I
But
didn't see a dragon at all.
I'm sure there was some like embossed into the columns of the
Sure.
restaurant or
Yeah.
whatever. But when the matron of the Chinese magic restaurant appeared at the fortune cookies, there was definitely a gong to like announce her entrance into the plot.
Yeah. And she's so mischievous.
Yes. Like she was a cut up.
Yeah. Well, how about this, you guys? The roles in the Chinese mother-daughter pair and our main mother-daughter pair are switched. The daughter is the responsible one who's trying to stop the mother from being so mischievous.
Probably because they never switched back.
Oh, shit!
Oh,
Wait, they're switched.
they've been switched for years.
They have never developed empathy for each other.
Holy, wait a
They
minute.
never selfless love. They never displayed selfless
So
love.
the wizard lady is actually the young lady in the older one's body?
Yeah.
Yep.
The young one learned ancient Chinese magic
Right.
because her mom just didn't understand. And swapped with her, but then they never just understood each other. So they just opened a restaurant, which is doing really well.
Seemed to be like it was
Yeah,
very
that seemed
popular.
very, very
All the
popular.
tables were filled.
Big restaurant.
So it was a gigantic
It
restaurant.
was huge.
And
It was
with
full.
like gold columns.
Yeah, and apparently, if you are a wealthy white person, you can just go check on that duck you ordered, as
It was so
soon-to-be
great.
stepfather Ryan said at one point.
Yeah, awkward stepdad steps away to break the tension with, I'm going to check on that duck.
Right. Amazing.
Yeah, just imagine him like walking into the kitchen.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going?
How's the duck? How's the duck coming along?
Hey, King, am I right?
Hey.
Anybody want to talk about stepdaughters?
Ah.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Stepdad's Am I Right was in there.
Oh, for sure.
Oh. He was the most likable character.
He seemed to be the most, like, nuanced stereotype.
Because at first he was just a blank slate.
Yes.
And then when they did introduce him, they basically introduced him at the pace that Lindsay Lohan's character was able to see him.
Right.
Yeah, he kind of, almost for both of them, was the person that put them on track. Like, he was like, go to the Battle of Bands, obviously you want to be there, and then to both of them, go there. Which is great. In a movie about a mother and a daughter wanting to understand each other, the male character should be the one to help them out and explain exactly
And
what they
force
do.
them to go into the situation.
Now, all the other male characters were busy literally pushing and pulling.
Oh my god.
That's true.
I couldn't even believe it. Like, there was one scene where Jamie Lee Curtis is being pulled out of her house by what's his face?
Grandpa
Grandpa,
And grandpa.
blind, deaf.
and stepdad.
And then they get to a television studio, and then the producer, who is a man, comes over and grabs her right out of their hands. It was insane.
trade-
Yeah, and it was, hey, I got you this TV interview. I didn't tell you about it.
Yeah.
I think I wasn't listening, but I think it was basically like, because I know you would be too nervous, you can't handle it.
Right.
So I did it for you and didn't tell
Yeah,
you.
I forced you into this incredibly stressful situation.
Because I know it's good for you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
So they're going to have a great marriage, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. And the other thing is that she's the mom is a psychologist.
Yes.
Which I suppose I can't tell if we're supposed to be comforted or upset by that.
Well, I feel like this
I mean,
movie had...
Is she just too busy to understand her child's point of view? Because it's her job.
Well-
It's literally her job to understand other people's points of view.
I
Irony.
almost felt like she just wasn't a good psychiatrist because she, like, for the only patient that you really get to see her work with, she just dismisses every single thing that he says. Like, obviously he's a hypochondriac and issues keep coming up, but it just didn't seem like she was really like, hey, let's try to work on these problems. It was more like, yep, well, you'll see me tomorrow. It's fine. You can call me on my honeymoon.
Yeah, I will agree with that. I think she's probably a shitty
Well, you got to get those Volvo payments somehow, right?
Sure. But I feel like stepdad's probably pulling down some G's.
Do we know what he does?
We have no idea. We know that the high school love interest has like 8 jobs.
Yeah, that was
We
amazing.
never find out how old he is.
No. Well, it was... I mean, we were led to believe that Cinnamon was a high school student.
I want to talk about Cinnamon really bad.
Okay.
Please.
Let's begin
Let's
at the
dive in.
beginning. His character's name is Jake.
Yes.
And he's the heartthrob at school. He's definitely at school.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who's cool, and all Lilo's friends want her to talk to him and date and whatever. But he's older and he drives a motorcycle.
Yes.
But over the course of the movie, it becomes unclear if he's a student or not.
Correct.
It does become very clear he's a stalker.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He falls madly in love, like a movie where there was a love potion
Yes.
involved with Jamie Lee Curtis's body / Lilo's soul.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Hashtag it's complicated.
It's complicated. And just starts following her around.
Ooh.
But he has so many jobs. Like, it's his job to help Lilo's body re-cheat on her test, sort of. Complete her test.
It was
in a
unclear.
fair manner.
Molly was too busy screaming at the TV for us to quite hear why he had so many keys.
He works at the school.
But what does that mean?
He must be like a janitor or something.
Is he not a student?
That's what
He's
I mean.
not a...
That's
he's-
not like a student job?
Or maybe it's a student. Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he's a high schooler, and then like after school
Helps.
he like
He's
cleans.
a hall
never
monitor.
carrying books.
Well, that's because he's a rebel
And
without a
it
cause.
also explains why her teacher was so nosy about her talking to him at the very beginning. If he's like, why don't you stay away from the janitor? Not that there's anything wrong with being a janitor. I'm
You think
just
the
saying.
teacher was
like,
actually looking out for her? Like, this is a serious situation where an adult man is taking
No,
advantage of a 17-year-old
I mean,
girl.
the teacher
Or
was just
15,
being
or however old
shitty,
she's supposed
but
to
I don't
be.
know. I guess I'm just trying to make some sense of the movie.
But then he also works at the coffee shop
Yeah.
so that Lilo, as Jamie Lee Curtis, can go there and fall in love with each other,
By
talking
bonding.
about bands over the scene Beth and I distinctly remembered. But they do talk about the White Stripes. They don't talk about the Strokes. The Vines are king shit in this world.
Name checks. The name checks were the Hives, the Vines,
The Breeders.
the Breeders, which was sort of a curveball.
Yeah.
But it's a lady band.
I guess, but then she didn't know who Stevie Nicks
Yeah,
was.
Stevie Nicks. Who knows who that is?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, she knew who Keith Richards was,
Yep.
but
That was
no
such...
Stevie Nicks.
Yeah. That was
That was
just a
very-
really cheap joke because Stevie sounds like a man's
Right.
name.
Oh.
Right? So they go, do you look like Stevie Nicks? Oh, I don't know who he is.
Right.
But then young lady, Lilo, God, there's got to be a better way to refer to these characters.
I'm sure they have
But their
names.
actual
It's
names?
Tess.
Yeah.
Tess is the mom.
Tess and Anna.
And Anna.
Anna, yeah, is the daughter.
yeah, but like
Well, how do we
when they're-
differentiate which body they're in?
Yeah.
Let's
That's what
just
I'm saying.
assume they're in the
Freaky
wrong-
Friday?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
swapped body.
Freaky
Cool.
Friday. Hashtag.
Though
FF.
it did take a long time to set up the pre-switch.
Right?
Like, I really felt like, okay, I'm convinced she's a shitty teenager and she doesn't get along with her brother. Like, that was plenty of information.
Yeah.
It was.
Oh, and the grandfather character was just there to further the story and sort of comedic relief.
Yeah, I think he was like a comedic relief thing. It was like, look I'm old. I
need
my glasses to see things, and I
can't
can't
hear
hear
well.
anything.
I think there's an earthquake all the time.
I'm having war flashbacks.
or something.
I don't think it
Oh,
actually happened. I
sad.
think that was just in my mind.
Yeah. You were just trying to
That would
justify
have made this
it.
movie 1,000 times better.
Yeah. But on the topic of that, of like just the timing of the switcheroo, like not to do exactly what Dan was afraid he was going to do, but like that whole first like 15, 20 minutes where they're just hammering in how they just do not understand each other. I was like, I actually wrote it down because I'm just like, Tom Hanks got bigged in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That movie was like, boom, he's got a best friend. He's got this thing for a girl. Oh, he wishes he was big. And then he becomes big, and we continue with the movie.
Yeah, we get it. This is a simple premise. These are themes that resonate with everybody. All you have to do is identify them and then move on. The
Yes.
audience is there. We don't need 40 minutes or however goddamn long it was to have us just beaten into us.
Yeah.
I would argue they could cut out all of the dialogue in the first like long montage of things that are hectic for them.
Yeah.
And just show that like at like a higher speed.
Yes.
Do that for 2 minutes and we're like, okay,
Yeah.
she's busy and has a job. She's a teenager and is not getting along with her brother and her mom.
Right. Purse full of phones. Chad Michael Murray is hot. Turning off the circuit board with the rock band connected to it. And
Yeah.
then she screams. The door's taken off. That's 3 minutes tops.
Yeah.
And then they go to the Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
Ancient Chinese magic happens, and we're good.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah, that's a good point. And I think there are plenty of kinds of teenagers in the world. The teenager that they chose for this was so shitty. Like that teenage archetype was so frustrating. And the mom was also unrelatable. Like I just hated each of them equally and for opposite reasons. Even as I was watching it, I thought, as a 10-year-old, would I have looked up to this Lindsay Lohan character? Like, at what point in my life would I be rooting for her? And while I feel like they gave us a perspective on why she was the way that she was, she was just in every way that she reacted made me insane. And it's not even like a George Costanza character where you know he's going to mess up everything that happens. That's his thing. This was just This is just maddening for no reason.
She's just shitty.
Yeah.
She's a shitty person.
I feel like if they hadn't switched back, she would have just continued to mess up her mom's life. Like, at most, the most we can hope for her is that she has some selfless love for her mom for 1 minute.
That's all it takes.
And she understands her stepdad a little bit. But, like...
there's no... It's not... Their changes aren't gradual at all.
No.
I feel like they're shitty up to...
The very moment.
The stepdad telling them to go, of course, go to the band. And then... so the selfless moment for the daughter... No. The mom is selfless first, right?
Is she?
Yes. In the theory of the Chinese magic. Because she... stands on stage and pretends to play. That's her act.
But her real selfless act is she tells Lilo, go tell Ryan that we can postpone the wedding because you guys aren't ready for this new family dynamic.
Yeah.
That's her selfless moment.
Sure.
That was her parents do understand moment, was standing on stage with the rock music, because she says, like, it wasn't just noise. It was fun music.
You're right.
You're so bold.
You're
it takes
whatever.
a lot of bravery. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they both need those moments of like, oh, I get your life is hard
Right.
or cool or whatever.
Or whatever. That which we got about 40 of those over the runtime of the movie. Like, most of the movie was just like, oh, I guess they weren't lying about this being hard and complicated.
Parents do understand after all.
This could have easily been a 22-minute television episode and, like, had the exact same effect.
Yeah.
Like, they could have hit all the same beats.
I wish they had just started
Two-parter.
10 minutes before they have their empathetic moment.
Okay.
And then we could have seen what happened after. I think I would have been more excited about that.
So you want to do, like a supplement where we see the new family.
Not a supplement, a replacement.
Sorry. Where we see...
Because I do not want any more minutes.
Right. We see Jamie Lee Curtis raising her daughter with this new perspective.
Yes.
We see Lindsay Lohan being a rock and roll teen with this new perspective.
We
respecting
see
her mother.
where Chad Michael Murray is given a restraining order.
Right. No, but they're
Because he cannot
dating
show
now.
up. He shows up everywhere. And you know what? There was a moment in the movie where I declared, I don't care how many kisses there are in front of a motorcycle, nothing can redeem this movie.
Correct. That's true.
And I feel that way.
Yes.
And there weren't any... I guess there was a motorcycle adjacent kiss. You didn't see the motorcycle in the shot.
No, but it was there.
But the first daughter body and cinnamon kiss, which is actually a kiss from the mother, happens right up front after he's rode his motorcycle up.
And sang a Britney Spears single to...
Yeah,
his
why
mother.
is
Oh my
Britney
God.
Spears
That
cool, but the white stripes are not?
I don't know.
Exactly. They went immediately from saying, I can't stand the white stripes, to singing Hit Me Baby One More Time.
They have the same guilty pleasure, you guys. Even though they like cool music like the Vines,
Right.
they also like Hit Me Baby One More Time.
Right.
I don't know why they like... Why bother with that? I guess it's comedic.
Because... Dan, are you going to say it's
something.
because they get tackled?
No.
Because at that moment where he gets the refrain of "Hit me, baby, one more time," she just plows into.
Oh, I didn't
him,
even get that.
which I assumed was
The
a joke.
LOL.
There was a lot of physical comedy.
Oh, I didn't get that joke.
And
I didn't
Normally-
either, but that was probably the robot was just like, what if we had a pun from the popular music song?
Identified hit me. Insert hit joke.
And you know what? Actually, I know we talked about how men were pulling and pushing those characters, but her two best friends do show up with duct tape.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
that was creepy.
That was insane.
Who brings duct tape?
Rocker, punk chicks.
They're so punk, they don't even care about hurting their friends.
And I don't see what they thought, like, we're going to kidnap her and bring her to this concert, and by the time we get there, she won't remember the fact that she had been kidnapped.
Right. She'll be calmed down enough to play a sweet guitar solo and get us into the House of Blues or
Teens
whatever.
be
House of
kidnapping
Blues.
all the time, though. Like, that's just what you do to your friends.
Really?
You throw them in the bag of
No, but you only do that if it's like,
Wrap
oh,
up.
we're hazing you into a special choir.
Yeah.
You just joined the choral group. Get out of bed. We're going to breakfast.
Let's have pancakes
It's not
and
like,
things.
hey, let's...
Oh, that's so true, guys.
I
It's
know.
sad.
Did you guys get kidnapped by a cappella groups?
That'd be awesome.
No.
I have seen Pitch Perfect, which I do want
Are
to
you
watch.
sure, or are you thinking of a different movie that you'll then get really disappointed?
No, I wish we had watched Pitch Perfect tonight.
Sure, everyone does.
Everyone is... I don't know if everyone is hurting as much as I am.
I am definitely not hurting. I'm having a great time. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry I'm getting so much joy out of your misery. But this is always what I hope happens when we do this. I'm not kidding. Like, every time we sit down to do this show, I always hope
Molly has a bad
that
time.
Molly gets kind of crestfallen by whatever activity we've chosen.
There was no Ramones shirt, as far as I can tell. They did name check the Ramones.
They did.
Did
yeah.
they?
Both loved. Yes, when they were naming bands, when Daughter and Cinnamon were naming bands they loved,
In Mom Body?
while Mom
Or-
Body was falling
yep.
in love.
Okay.
Yeah, Ramones. They were like, Ramones? Obviously love it. Shut up. Shut up. Your musical taste is all over the map. How do you not know who Stevie Nicks is?
It's
but
weird.
like you know the guitarist for the Rolling Stones, which I mean,
Which
they're a huge
the
band.
mom didn't, though. Which didn't make any sense.
Whoa.
You're
She
right.
said she saw the Stones.
Yeah, but then she was like, just go out there and play like Keith. She's like, right. And it's like, Richard's mom. Oh, right.
Well, she's a little stressed out.
I guess.
Sure. But
But
she's
no,
the one
it's
who
the
knows who Stevie Nicks is. We're getting really hung up on Stevie Nicks.
Because it was such a weird throwaway. Like, it was such an unnecessary reference that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
It was just there for that shitty joke. That's
It was
why
the same thing as the hit me
frustrating.
tackle.
Yeah,
like,
it
the
was
robot was like, wearing flowy printed dress.
It was like, you know how they hire comedians to like come in and punch up scripts?
Oh, yeah.
It was like they ran out of money, so then they couldn't hire anyone.
No, they probably did.
No, I feel like they just found someone who was like a classic Catskills comedian. Like, it felt very old school.
Do you think the guy...
Take my old grandpa.
Do you think the guy who played Grandpa punched up the script?
Oh, for sure.
I need more
He's
lines
like,
where I can't hear.
How about an earthquake? Ah!
What if I didn't know what an earthquake happened?
I didn't know what an earthquake happened.
Now I love this movie.
There was a, I don't think any of us realized it while we were watching the movie, but thanks to the magic of IMDb,
Ooh.
there's a weird moment where, what are we calling her? Lalo?
Whatever.
Lilo.
Lilo.
Lalo, sure.
Lalo.
Like
Yeah.
Lilo, the Disney character?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Lilo.
Lilo in
yeah.
Mom's Body is showing up on the therapist's job, and this guy comes in and she's like, Evan, and he goes, no, I'm Boris.
Yeah.
And they hang on that name tag for a while. Boris is the original name of the love interest. And that is named in the book and in the Jodie Foster original
Wow.
from 76.
I totally picked that up, and
Beth is getting dubious looks
I mean,
across the table.
skepticalized from
I would have no idea. But that's fun.
Yeah.
That is a fun fact.
Way more fun than that random baby shot at the wedding at the end of the movie.
Oh,
and we're
F
like,
that.
what's
Okay.
with the baby shot? And then the baby gets name checked in the credits.
That baby has 2 IMDb
What?
credits. Yes. That baby belongs to the director.
Yes.
So Mark Waters' daughter Zoe is credited in this movie, like name check credit as baby. No
Wedding
lines.
baby.
Wedding baby.
Waiting,
Yeah.
baby.
I thought you had, like, aren't SAG rules? You at least have to
Maybe
have a
when you're a
line?
baby, it's a free game.
Ugh, whatever. Anyway, so in that one, and then he did another movie 2 years later with Reese Witherspoon was in it. Like Heaven? Just like Heaven?
Sure.
But I get points for knowing that the guy was from NCIS.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
What was his name? Detective Lino Lance.
Jared, Leroy,
Oh, Leroy.
Bisco.
Jasper
No, it was...
Jenkins? Leroy Jenkins is
Leroy
gaming
Roscoe?
reference.
Gibbs, but his last name was definitely Gibbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Jethro.
Detective.
Jethro.
Leroy
Jethro
Gibbs.
Yeah.
He's on the case.
He's kicking down doors.
Yeah.
He's fine. He's maybe my favorite of the main characters. The most realistic
Sure.
of the main
I
characters.
feel like he didn't have lines that were like, what are you talking about?
He didn't have lines.
No, not
Oh,
really.
that's true. Maybe
Speaking
that's why we
of,
liked him.
can we address this since you just mentioned the favorite of the main characters?
Yeah, you wanna
I have a list of
maybe?
MVPs of this movie.
Oh, sure.
Which
Yeah.
are all like minor characters.
I like this
Most of them
segment.
do not speak. First, Detention Lady.
Detention Lady.
At first, she was just a silent character who had a relationship with Lilo because she was in detention all the time.
And they would always swap food.
So they have something going on. Suddenly, out of nowhere, she is the administrator for their placement test or whatever, and as if she is the head of some Soviet breadline.
Yes.
She is standing, she commanded that scene with one line. It was just take your seats. And it was incredible. And she paced so dramatically across that stage.
Yeah, she will not be ignored.
No, she
Detention
will not.
/ proctor lady owns a room when she walks into it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Detention Lady's one. Second MVP, the bartender at the rehearsal dinner. Jamie Lee Curtis, mom body with Lilo Soul, is being stalked for the third or fourth time by Cinnamon, who apparently just walks into this rehearsal dinner. Yeah. He's clearly not invited, right?
Does not get boundaries.
And he's wearing a nice suit.
It has been asked directly
to leave them alone.
Yes, by both daughter and body
daughter.
Of fake
yeah,
daughter.
So that means
has mom body told him to piss off?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Even though she rode his black motorcycle home or whatever.
Harley.
Big black Harley, as Ryan the stepdad said, which did not even be worded that way.
No,
there was clearly some issues happening there. But, okay, so bartender. She drags Cinnamon with a delightful bit of physical comedy under the bar. They're having an intense talk about how you have to go away, obviously, because this is terrifying.
It is also her rehearsal.
There is a random, worm's eye view cut to the bartender who just looks down at these two adults, I guess, because as we've established, maybe he's not a high school student, having this talk in the bar, and he just kind of gives this weird, he sees this all the time. Oh, here we go again. And he puts a glass down. It was amazing.
That dude is really unflappable.
Yeah.
Truly great.
Dude made his per diem that day. That's all I'm saying. This is sort of a combo.
Okay.
Because I originally just wrote the drummer for their band. But then at the wedding, when the band is playing, I remembered how adorable the schlubby bassist is.
I love him.
Schlubby bassist gets a point just because he had... it was a thankless role. He literally stood behind Lindsay Lohan and just changed costumes occasionally and pretended to play bass. Right?
Yeah.
The drummer, I gave him points because when Daughter Body is freaking out about House of Blues and Mom Body is backstage being just pretend or whatever, before she has her real moment with Mom Body, the drummer is staring at her, mouthing what are you doing, blah, but he keeps the beat the entire time, keeps that drum going, seems to be authentically playing the drums.
Mm-hmm.
It looked way more realistic than any of the other.
It's a real band.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, good for that guy to do that. That's all. Charming.
Yeah.
And the baby.
Fuck that baby.
Wedding baby?
Wedding baby.
No.
That was such a bold... Anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter.
The wedding baby swipe was so heavy-handed.
It was.
Yeah.
It was why are we following this baby?
And apparently Lindsay Lohan's mom is also in that wedding sweep. She's dancing with... some other dude.
Lilo?
She's Dula.
She also needs
That's
Lilo?
her name.
Dula.
Is it her name starts with a D, right?
Sure.
Yes.
Dinah.
Dinah?
Dinah. Let's say Dinah. Dan's late bet. Dinah Lohan.
Late bet Dinah Lohan.
So, you guys, the Freaky Friday was written by Mary Rogers.
Mm-hmm. The novel.
The novel.
Yeah.
The novel was. And she had some follow-up novels.
Oh, great.
Sequels that were not
Scary
nearly
Saturday?
as popular as Freaky Friday. A Billion for Boris. Summer Switch.
Wait, is this Boris the same Boris
Yes.
from...
So these
Okay.
are
So we're
sequels.
following Boris
Oh,
now?
I see. Okay.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
And Freaky Monday.
Wait a minute.
Wait, that doesn't make sense.
Those all seem like discarded
But,
titles for Freaky Friday.
Manic Monday.
Yeah.
or-
Prince knows what he's
Messy
doing.
Monday.
Mom.
Moms
Just
be
don't
crazy
understand
Monday.
Monday.
Yeah. The point of these is that this is not really a good way to strengthen a relationship, to switch bodies, because obviously it does not work. You have
Well,
to keep
not
doing
for those
it.
Chinese people.
Oh, right. Who are permanently trapped in the
Yeah.
wrong body.
They seem to get along pretty well, though.
That's true.
Well, they've accepted it.
Yeah, and they're running a business, too.
Well, it's how, sometimes, you have these moments with your parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then later you're water under the bridge. You used your ancient magic to put me in your body. but I forgive you. Let's just try to make this work. I'll call you on holidays, or I guess in this case, I'll work with you every day in this
side
restaurant.
by side every day. At House of Chung.
Yes.
Was that what it was not?
Yes.
It's called House of Chung.
Yes, correct.
I couldn't see through my rage.
They were also at the wedding. Do you think that was a pity invite after
They're catering the wedding.
Were they, though?
Because Lindsay Lohan
Oh, she canceled the halibut.
Cancels based on the halibut. She gets in a fight with a caterer, and then
That's right.
loses $10,000.
Right.
$10,000
or
for
more.
halibut?
It's great.
It's a fancy place right down the street from the House of Blues.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
they-
so they're at the restaurant, and they need a
Chinese food, good luck.
Right.
Yeah.
Hashtag Chinese food, good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like to say they did try to switch back, because I think that was one of my predictions, is that they would try to switch themselves.
Yes.
And they did the first time by trying to run into each other.
Yes.
It's hilarious physical comedy.
Yes.
And then they tried again by demanding at the restaurant. Yeah. Oh, no. At the rehearsal dinner, they try to just be empathetic with each other.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they like hold hands and
But
be
they
selfless.
did
But they
have
can't
the
do
let's return to the scene of the swap.
Yeah.
But it did not happen to be an abandoned Chinese restaurant.
Ghost town. Yeah, they confronted Mrs. Chung, I guess.
Yeah.
Miss Chung? Chung the Younger? Chung.
Who would...
I'm going off the road here. They confront them, and the daughter body, who now we know has the mom's soul trapped inside her, basically says, like, sorry, there's nothing we can do until you fulfill the fortune, which is display selfless love for each other.
Yeah.
So they figure it out. They're not dum-dums about it.
For a while.
Yeah.
They're dum-dums.
I have a question.
Yes.
If you woke up one morning and you had switched bodies with one of your parents,
Yes.
Oh.
would you go to work or school that day? Or would you be like, listen, parent,
Yeah.
we need to figure this out right now?
Right.
But they did try. She wanted to. Like that actual... Because that was the initial instinct of mom and kid body was neither of us are going anywhere.
But then
they had all these reasons. She had to do her advanced placement.
Yeah, test, and if
Yeah.
you get one more absence, you're suspended.
And then Evan is totally dependent,
Right.
hypochondriac.
Yeah.
I just don't... that's not a convincing... Like, those reasons are not...
No.
I agree.
Call in sick. Call in sick.
This day just needs to wait.
I have a follow-up question. Let's say you wake up one day in one of your parents' bodies.
Yeah.
Which parent would be the less... Well, like, which would be, like, the least stressful of the two? Just in terms of, like, physicality. I'm not even talking about, like, the lives they lead. I just mean, like, as a physical human being, which would you be more like, all right, I can handle this?
Well, I feel like swapping into my dad's body offers the advantage of it's still a male.
Sure.
So there's one less thing to be freaked out about.
Right.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to end up throwing one of my parents under the bus. That's my parents, both. Hi, Mom. My dad doesn't listen to this. That's fine. It'd be tough. They're both really far away.
Uh-huh. So that would be real challenging to get your body back then.
I couldn't go in person easily.
Right. You'd have to get selfless love over the phone.
Yeah.
Skype.
Skype
true.
that love in. Yeah, it'd be pretty tough. I don't think anybody wants to answer this question.
I just feel like the physical standpoint, I agree, would be way less confusing to wake up in a different gendered body.
Okay.
And then, but no, other way around. But then, my mom is a nurse, and I feel like that wouldn't be good for me to like
be a nurse?
be like giving like medical advice.
Sure.
Well, you already said you'd call in sick.
Yeah,
So
true.
you have a
Okay,
patient who's
so-
dying and needs you there every day.
Whatever. Oh, that's rough.
Yeah. Yeah, my dad's retired, so there's that. There's no job
You just hang.
to miss.
You just hang and
mom
explore your
works at
old
preschool.
man body.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, I'd be trying to figure out how to switch back.
But let's say, for example, like, if you're... I mean, I'm just completely hypothetical. But let's say, like...
Oh, it's completely hypothetical.
But let's say...
You're not casting a Chinese spell on us?
Let's say, for example...
Did you just offer us a plate of fortune cookies?
Dan, I'm not opening these.
Let's say, for example, you get all of your height from one side of the family, right?
Is this...
And
For example, or
for,
true, okay.
For example. And that person happens to be a different gender from you. So, while the certain parts would be confusing, there might be an easier time of just maneuvering the skeletal system of the body because the lankiness is still somewhat intact.
Sure, they don't touch at all on how they don't know how to move in those bodies.
I mean, Daughter Body was confused by her butt for some reason.
Yeah, they grab their parts too much
few
whenever they
times.
switch, and
Yeah.
that's a little like,
Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically, they, like, wouldn't know how to walk.
No.
Like, you'd have to, like, relearn how to walk in that body.
Yeah.
And really do anything in that body.
Yeah, or like what if like Jamie Lee Curtis's body had an allergy, like a severe allergy to a certain food or something.
Well, she did. She was nearsighted or
Right.
farsighted.
and she couldn't play the
I
guitar.
just feel like none of this can compare. I don't think there's a way you can frame this hypothetical in such a way that any woman could wake up cool with a dude's body.
What if it's Cinnamon's body with that delicious soul patch, that delicious, barely there soul patch?
We didn't even talk about the soul
Oh,
patch.
yeah.
God, you look disgusted. You were
Yeah, you were like, my
charmed by
13-year-old
his-
self is totally into this guy.
That was in the first 2 minutes of the movie.
You were initially charmed.
I was
by
initially
Cinnamon.
charmed. Oh, he's so cute. He is so cute. I say not as a creepy, way older person than he is in the movie at that time. I don't even know what the difference is. Here's the thing. That was all fine, but I didn't notice the soul patch. But I'm just saying, like the equipment on men is
disgusting.
not great.
Sure.
Sure, it's gross.
And to wake up in the morning
Right.
with a fully functioning...
Yeah.
Are you talking about morning wood?
Oh.
Even if not...
That's your main, I was going to say, like, your main concern should be that you suddenly have, like a pheasant hanging between your legs.
Oh, bragging.
Is that bragging?
A pheasant?
I don't know. Aren't they like tiny birds? What bird am I thinking of?
Quail, maybe.
Quail. I'm thinking quail. I meant quail. For the listener, I meant quail. Oh, yeah. I guess pheasants are like the size of cats. Yeah. All right.
Tweet to us at Totes Recall Pod.
Which bird?
Which bird looks most like your junk? Hashtag bird junk.
Yes. Yes. Not a joke. Actually do this, please.
Oh my god.
Yes, that'd be a bummer to wake up with.
Speaking of hashtags, I tried to do a beloved segment that listeners are familiar with, surely.
Everybody's been waiting since episode 2.
Sure. Hashtag nailed it, wherein we look at Twitter and the hashtag of the title of the movie and see what Twitter has to offer. Turns out, hashtag Freaky Friday is just an excuse to post a bunch of porn on Twitter.
Good.
So, and except for, Beth, didn't you find like one? Or no, that was someone like complaining about their mother or happened to be watching the movie.
Yeah, I looked up hashtag you're ruining my life.
Yes, Lilo's catchphrase.
And everybody was either complaining about their moms or school. But one person said, just rewatched Freaky Friday, hashtag you're ruining my life.
Oh, I found one. I found one that was not porn. Which, as is tradition, we know that no one cares who actually posted this, so we say it's Ashton Kutcher.
Yep.
So Ashton Kutcher posted, "Cute monkeys can't stop eating India's delicious data cables." And then a link to the news story, and hashtag some random letters, hashtag Freaky Friday, for some reason.
Great.
Hashtag technology. And a picture of a monkey eating a cable. I don't know why that's related to Freaky Friday, or what makes it freaky.
It was probably posted on Friday.
I guess, but what is freaky about it? It's like monkeys chewing stuff. That's what they do.
Maybe the monkey switched body with another monkey.
Or maybe it switched bodies with the computer.
Or the monkey is Ashton Kutcher.
No, and the computer is
Roast
the screenwriter!
High fives.
Oh god.
We're getting bad at
I was
this.
gonna hit my face.
We're getting really bad at this.
Oh, man.
There were no illusions as far as I could tell to Activia yogurt.
No.
I mean, they talk about feeling like not being able to eat whatever you want as a mom body.
But that was more like a cliche, like, weddings, right?
I'm gonna fit into my dress.
Even though she wore a pantsuit.
Yeah, even though she wore a
so
power
matronly.
suit. In like 2003, she's wearing like that. If this was like an 87 movie, I'd
And
been
if
like,
she were a
"Ooh,"
million
but okay.
years old.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
yeah, but she was like, yeah, that's not what you wear to your wedding,
No.
lady.
Boo.
Get with it. Wear that weird floral print dress.
Yeah,
that was
Stevie
supposed to be
Nicks.
cool,
Oh.
but still not cool.
Not really.
Like even when mom body gets spruced up,
Yeah.
she's still like doesn't look cool.
No.
Like there's a way to make Jamie Lee Curtis look beautiful and
As
cool.
seen in True Lies.
True Lies. She's
Right.
smoking in that.
Yeah.
She is the objectified sex object in that movie. One of
Yeah.
them. There's like 8 of them in that movie. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, she's the one that like matters. She's the one you care about.
Yeah,
Oh.
The other ones, I think, get shot at some point. so.
No.
probably.
But anyway, she can carry beautiful clothing
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Correct.
And it wasn't so much inappropriate as it was heinous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heinous is a good word for
It
it.
was weird. It was almost like Lila was trying to respect the fact that she was an adult.
I think she was trying to punish her mother by putting her in terrible clothes
I see.
that only Stevie Nicks would wear.
She already hated her mom's clothes, right?
Yeah. They had that moment. It's just like, ugh.
I feel like that was a wardrobe miscalculation.
Yeah.
Probably Mark Waters. He was like, I know what cool teens in adult bodies would wear. I know everything. Put my baby in the movie.
Hi, Mark Waters.
Do you know who I am?
I directed Mean Girls.
Eventually.
I will have
Yes.
done that. Stephen Tobolowsky's in this movie.
Yeah, good for him.
He's one of my
Character actor.
favorite
Yeah.
character actors
Beloved
of all
character
time.
actor, Stephen Tobolowsky.
Played Mr. Bates.
Yes.
The evil teacher who just picked on
Anna.
Lilo all the time because he had been turned down as a prom date for
No,
her
just
mom.
a dance.
Who cares?
That was bullshit.
Blah.
That was a bullshit plot twist.
Wow, that's cool how you put Mr. Bates in his place, Anna.
Or how you ruined that girl's future by ruining her test.
Yeah, who cares? Fuck this movie.
I wish eye rolls were audible.
Right?
So many are happening right now.
I feel like before we wrap this up, I want the listeners to know that that we watched this on a physical DVD copy, which has flaws. It's obviously been used and abused over the years, and at least 3 times the DVD froze for a moment, and Molly's face lit up like it was Christmas morning, and she had gotten everything she'd ever wanted.
Yeah.
And then the movie started again, and she sunk back into her seat.
Also coined a great portmanteau I've not heard before of, is it Froken?
Yeah.
That it?
Froken.
Frozen / Broken?
Yeah.
Froken.
Froken. I like
Love
it.
it.
I love it a lot. Hashtag Froken Friday.
Froken Friday. Ah.
Yeah,
Break
as
your
in,
DVDs on Friday.
Break this DVD on
Yeah.
Friday.
Yeah.
maybe it's broken.
Yeah.
It could be.
It could be
Could
Froken.
have been.
She
It wasn't.
was living in a fantasy land.
Yeah.
I really thought though, because some DVDs do get
Froken.
like really broken, and it could have happened. Like I felt like we had 3 chances.
No one has
I even
watched this
tried to
enough.
like picture when you could end this movie early and have it either be like incredibly tragic. I think the best one is like when the mom body is on the back of the motorcycle. There probably could have been a good edit there.
Oh, that
They
was
like ride off in
and
the
then like
sunset?
or off a cliff. And then
Oh!
no, I don't wish anyone bad. I'm so disappointed. I don't even have the heart to fully express how much of a terrible disappointment this movie was.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even give it 1 star. I would give it negative motorcycle, negative Harley.
Like a off the cliff motorcycle.
I'd give
One?
it
Just one?
20 off the cliff.
Oh my
motorcycle.
wow.
Like a scooter, like a broken scooter,
Like a sad squeaky wheel.
Let me present this to
like
you,
an
though.
open mouthed kiss
Oh.
in front of a broken scooter.
Oh man, there was a mushy kiss in this too.
Yeah.
It
And
did
then-
not need to be so mushy.
And then it became like a
Dissolved straight to the
dissolve
same kiss.
to the same kiss.
Yeah.
Oh, gross.
But it was worse because it was passionate kissing because of the wedding. It was more passionate,
Yeah.
which just meant more like intense and smooshy. So
We
you
are-
give it negative 20 motorcycles?
I mean, I don't know. There is no chart for this.
Let's spin it positively and say that if you, depending on the height of the cliff, if you were to have 20 motorcycles go off, they would stack on top of each other and come back to neutral.
Oh.
So you're neutral. I don't want you to go home angry.
No, I'm actually enjoying it more talking about it with you than I did watching it.
I have never seen Molly this broken by a movie.
Yeah. It's pretty fun.
We have watched some depressing ass movies too.
I thought it was going to be
Parent Trap.
Yeah.
We should probably watch The Parent Trap and see if it just sucks.
No, I can't risk it. At this point, I just needed to stay on its pedestal.
All right.
Well, Dan, you gave it a 4/2.
Oh man, I don't know. Like my rating of this movie continues to be. Actually, it has become more complicated because I had such a good time watching this movie with Molly Chase. How about this? I would give it 2 motorcycles, but they've switched souls with 5 stars.
I love it. Beth, you gave it a very conservative 3 motorcycles.
Mm-hmm. This 5 stars.
5 stars.
Just kidding.
Oh, I got excited.
5 stars that are crashing into the ground. Just kidding, you guys. That was dark. I'm sorry. But seriously, 2 motorcycles crashing into a wall.
Yeah, I gave this 2. God, I feel bad that we've spent 30 minutes or whatever shitting on someone's creative work. It takes a lot to do things.
I wouldn't say creative.
But
it's a robot that wrote it.
Yeah, okay, it's a robot that wrote it. I really didn't like this movie at all.
Even robots can cry.
Drip, drip, drip. So I'll give it 0. I'll just give it 0.
Wow. That's
just nothing.
I
guess Cinnamon, Creeper Cinnamon, I found really amusing.
Okay.
So I'll give it just 1 wispy goatee hair.
Nice.
Soul patch hair, excuse
Thank you.
me. 1 wispy patch hair.
I like it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I just want to say, if anyone listening at home is thinking, sometimes movies are so bad, they're good.
Right.
What about The Room? Would you give it 0 stars? No, I would give The Room 4 stars because it's amazing at being bad.
Right.
Yep.
This
Agreed.
is just
Yeah.
actually...
I think this is, those movies I think are bad because the people don't know what they're doing, but they're trying really hard. Mm-hmm. Versus this feels like, as we were saying, a robot. This feels like it just got churned out by a studio, written by no one.
Yeah.
And just like, how do we make it? And it's just like, no
but
one cared.
I don't know that anybody would have hated it as much watching it in its time as we hate it now.
America at the time was charmed by La Lohan.
Yeah, we didn't
She could
hate
do
it.
no wrong.
I mean, if we really hated this movie, we would have remembered that we hated the movie, right?
Yeah.
What's wrong with our previous selves? Right? Does this mean I'm going to watch this movie again in 10 years and think, wow.
Well, you're going to try to watch The Parent Trap.
You're going to love it.
Yeah.
It's going to come back around. You're going to be really charmed by Grandpa.
Yep.
And you watch this in like 40 years. You're like, that guy's a good looking man. I'd switch bodies with him. Speaking of 5 stars, if you write a 5-star review for us on iTunes or Stitcher, do they do reviews on Stitcher? We'll look into that. But definitely on iTunes. We'll read your review and your name and thank you on the podcast with the impression of a character from the movie or Dan doing Nick Cage.
Oh, wow.
Right? That was our promise, right?
For sure.
Yeah, I love it.
I don't know who to do an impression of for this movie.
No, so obviously Nick Cage.
So Nick Cage.
All right, give me the phone. All right. So Aaron McCool wrote, 5 stars. Love you guys. Thank you so much for such a great podcast. I love movies and your show is a bright spot in my week. It's hilarious from start to finish. I look forward to each episode. If I'm ever in the Twin Cities, I'd love to meet you guys for coffee or drinks and talk movies. My treat. Keep the episodes coming.
Yeah.
Wait, did I say the name?
Yeah.
Aaron McCool.
You did. Yeah.
Thanks, Aaron McCool.
That's super nice.
So leave a 5-star review for us on iTunes to get your name read. Or leave a 4-star if you think it's worth that. If you want to leave less than that, just don't. Do something better with your time. That's not worth it. That's not worth your time to leave a lower than that review.
If you want to leave low star reviews, go to IMDb/Freaky Friday Lohan string of numbers.
Do that. I don't know who he is.
I don't know. Is that like Stevie Nicks' band?
Talk to me more about the Rolling Stones or someone modern.
Or the Breeders.
Yeah.
Randomly.
You said breeders, right?
Yeah.
I heard breathers.
Yeah, the breathers.
Sure.
I said...
those that breathe.
Yes, all breathers. Something I cannot understand, for I am a lonely script bot.
Beep, boop, beep. You're ruining my life.
Teenagers, am I right?
Insert physical comedy.
Monkey, trade with me, please. It's like a million monkeys on different keyboards would produce Freaky Friday.
High five.
Wait, now I'm confused with the cat.
We just all have to high-five each other. I don't think there's a consistent pattern.
There was for a while. We were doing
Was
really
there?
good. It's late, guys. Fuck this movie.
Yeah. I agree, and also I'm sorry.
Thank you for listening to Totes Recall. New episodes drop on the 15th of every month. You can find us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at Totes Recall Pod. Subscribe on iTunes and leave a review. It helps more people find the show. Totes Recall is hosted by Molly Chase, Beth Gibbs, Dan Jaquette, and Dan Linden. Produced by Beth Gibbs. For more information, check out noisepicnic.com/totesrecall.